Alright, what is up, boys and girls, janitors, janitorinas, and everything in between? This is Tuemmy the Janitor here, with a premiere on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna talk about the Team Wars choices of the weekend, of course, about the developer update that comes out every Monday and is posted by Ubi Taller on the Ubisoft forums. But first, let us open up these sweet ass Team Wars packs. It's quadruple pack opening actually, and it's gonna come up on the screen right about now.
Whoa, nice there. More rare than a common, right? There. Wow, epic. Shower. That is epic. Epic, like that time I kicked out. Epic, like Frank Mount Bush. But it's legendary. Oh my god, legendary.
Oh boy, that was sure something, wasn't it? Alright, let me get comfortable. Okay, we can start out here. Alright, Team Wars choices for this week. We've got Zen Cartman versus Jimbo. Zen Cartman is always good for the slow start, but I'm seeing Ned over here, so you're probably gonna want to go with Jimbo because Jimbo Ned is still very good, a very strong combination of cards. And I also see Awesome over here, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna vote on because Murph. It always comes down to Murph versus Osimo, it seems like, with Redlings. And Osimo is just the much slower card, so you can start the game much slower and way more on your own side, which is basically what you want in the end. So this one is safe. Same, I would say, goes for War Hero Ned over here. I mean, Mr. Garrison, or Commander Hat, I'm sorry, is very good to get rid of those tanks, but I think Ned and Jimbo is just a combination of cards that is just too much and too big. Paladin Butters and Princess Kenny, I'm not too sure which one would be better. We'll see about that. For now, I'm thinking the Shield of Butters could be better, but I'm leaving this blank until I see the rest of the cards. Okay, Purify versus Lava, I'm gonna leave that blank as well, so we can see what else is there. I see DSR and I see Standard Grade and Ninja, but I don't think anyone's gonna pick Ninja. So I would say Lava for now, because you can slow push in your own half, which is where you want the push of the opponent to be, and yeah, just demolish it with Lava. But I'm not too big a fan of Lava, but you can play it, but I wouldn't count on it to do too much. Anyways, Chomper versus Fireball. For now, I wanna go with Fireball because then you have to spread out your units, which you have anyways for Dragon Slayer Red, because of Dragon Slayer Red, but which we are obviously going to pick. I mean, Changeling people are not going to have Changeling Red up to a high level, probably level 3, which could be good, but basically everyone in Gold League should have a level 4 ESR, or at least max level 3, and with all this tankiness in here, you should definitely go with ESR. Fireball, I'm seeing the rest of it. I would say Fireball is the way to go. I'm seeing the Dougie over here. So Chomper could not be too bad, but if he's sent out with Paladin, I'm not. Okay, so we're picking Paladin Butters for the Sneaky Dougie combo. I would say we go with the Sneaky Dougie combo. This can always be good, and if you don't play it like a towel, you can always avoid the Fireball. But if your opponent does play it like a towel, you want to be prepared to have a Fireball. So I would say I would go with the Fireball on this one. Blood Baby is just so much better than Robo Baby. Obviously, Sadly she is trash even level 7. Tried her out like 2 weeks ago in the event, boosted by astronaut butters to level 7, and she just doesn't do the job she needs to do. So I would definitely go with Blood Elf BB. Classy versus Storyteller Jimmy. Well, that one's a bit tricky, I would say. Classy can always hurt you when you don't expect it, but Jimmy is just like overall good. He doesn't cost too much. His effect can be pretty effective. Whatever that was. His effect can be pretty good, just negating attack by a little bit. And yeah, well, as I said, you can just play him. You always want to have cards that you can just go ahead and play, especially in this deck. I'm seeing here this Vizaris is Doggy. Okay, there's not that many situational cards, but overall you want to have cards that you can just toss on the field and they bring value home. I'm not too sure on this pick actually. With these are in the mix, I would probably say Storyteller Jimmy, but this one is 50-50 for me. Classy can do incredibly good in Team Wars. Once she gets boosted up and then gets to the new kit, it's over. You can say goodbye to at least 2 bars. Yeah, maybe alone for that potential. I'm not. I'll leave that one. I can't leave that open. I say Storyteller Jimmy for now. This one's tricky as well over here. Storyteller Jim. No, what is his name? Stan the Great. It's the greatest versus Nom Captain Diabetes. Captain Diabetes, my man, and he can get incredible value for his 2 cost. But I don't think in this deck. I think in this deck the damage negation by Stan the Great is gonna be much more valuable. So, especially the units of your opponent just don't do damage at all. Even if the net is boosted up, all the boost is gone, at least for the duration of the charge of Stan, and you can do so much in that little time that I think Stan is the man this week. And in this case, I would say Mecha, because Mecha is just like gonna sit in the back. I mean, you could run into some general disarrays, and then he's the perfect target for that. So, overall, there's not that many ranged units in here. There's Ned, there's Blood of BB, but otherwise there's not that many good targets for Ninja in my opinion. So I would say go with Mecha. He sits in the back. He's slow as fuck. He was choice last week, and I think against Ninja as well, but I don't remember actually. So I would definitely go with Mecha on this one, even though there's a possibility of general disarray just wrecking him. Okay, so that's my Team Wars picks for this week. It's War Hero. No, it's War Hero, and that is over here. This is Hunter Jimbo. This is Paladin Butters. This is Awesome. Oh, this is War Hero Netty. Lava Fireball. Blood Elf BB. The Dragon Slayer Wrist of Reds. Storyteller Jimmy, although I'm not quite sure on that pick. Standard Grizzle Doggy. In this case, it's Warfare Engineer Doggy, and not the just vomit lava onto the field Doggy. And Mecha 2Z. Alright, let's get it on with the developer update. Alright, so this is the developer update. It's called Plans and Balances. So I'm seeing Mary Jane Randy. That's probably the plans part. So, and the balances. Let's just read. There's balance changes to talk about. Let's get into it. Weekly events. There's a mission event based on Nathan. There's a token collection event based around Bradley, the Freeze Bradley, and the Chaos mode is called Craig and those guys. What does it do? No. Meaning all cards representing the members of Craig's gang will have increased attack range and damage. Attack range and damage. So all Jimmy, Tolkien, Clyde and Craig cards are ready for battle. That means like cards like Super Craig have increased attack range and damage. Okay, this could be interesting. We'll see about that. Maybe we can get some decks without cows, Jimbo, Ned, and the usual shit. Hopefully. But we'll see about that as always. Alongside Chaos Mode, yeah, token collection. Is that a token or token collection? Anyways, around Space Pilot Bradley on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then Friday there's gonna be a Mary Jane Randy event, so a superhero event with Full Moon Sparky as one of the boosted cards. So I'm expecting to see a lot of adventure superheroes. This is gonna be an easy event for me, I'm thinking, but we'll see about that. I can boost my Kogor up to level 5 on the main account. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Anyways, point totals don't matter. Yeah, join your Discord, whatever. Okay, balance changes, that's what we're here for. They're going live on March 1st, so that's gonna be next week. Tweak, they're changing Tweak. The swapping power has been a fun way to cause shenanigans on the battlefield, however, due to technical limitations, the timing has had to be slow, making it less responsive. The new power allowing the same shenanigans to happen with more responsive results and less bugs. The power has now a range instead of being global. Now the Warcry will stun, damage and pull the target towards Tweak instead of swapping places. So if I remember, and he gets a little health and attack buff. So if I remember this, if I understand this correctly, he's basically a reversed future Randy for 1 unit. Is that correct? And with some stun and damage. So the unit gets pulled towards Tweak instead of them swapping places. So completely different mechanic. In a range, the unit gets over to Tweak, and Tweak probably goes over to the unit, gets stunned and damaged. Okay, I'm gonna have to see about that. The stat boost is needed, but he could have. Well, no, the stat boost is needed. Period. I have to see about that because I can't say. It's definitely different shenanigans, not the same shenanigans as you said over here. Liar. But anyways, it's different. You have to play them differently, and I'm gonna have to see how that affects him. Okay, next card is Friar Jimmy. As part of reviewing healers in general, we isolated Friar Jimmy as one of the weaker cards in Sponge. Decided to give him a little push to help with that. Heal per tick 4 to 6, so that's up 50%. That means there could be some good ass healing on, and he heals himself, so he's gonna be an annoying card to play against probably. He could be. His health is getting a big boost by 37%. The time between attacks is increased, so he attacks slower. Yeah, you can see it in DPS. He's now at 10 damage per second at base level. Okay, so he's not moving slower, but he doesn't need to. He's a fighter, but he heals himself and the units around him more per second, a lot more, and he's got a good chunk of more of health for free, because that could be good. He's a shitty card, so I only see him on Mimsy and a Golden Bucket on my smallest account, so I'm pretty happy about that change, thinking he could be viable. Not at the top of the ladder because I don't think that most commons can keep up there, but in general I think it can be a pretty solid card with those changes. Okay, Inuit Kenny. With Inuit Kenny and Incan Craig, we wanted to shift the focus from nuke ship damage to dealing damage to enemy units. Finally, actually, nuke power damage 100 by 50% nerfed in Incan Craig as well. Ooh, wow. a lot of adventure was just, or a lot of what adventure was all about is just chipping the nuke. I don't know why they are nerfing adventure again, but honestly, Inuit Kenny was pain to, or is a pain to deal with at the moment, especially in Team Wars. But that is also majorly due to the fact that the nuke level is just so low, so that in max level 4 Inuit Kenny just takes 2 bars on his own. If you're lucky, can even take all 3 bars, I think. So that's mostly due to the low nuke level, as I said. But also normal PvP is a pain to deal with. Incan Craig, yes, he's also used for his chip damage, but mostly most of the value you get from him is from laser beaming those units in a row. So that he's still gonna be good, I think. It sucks a little bit that they nerfed him the last time so that he doesn't kill mid-berry crunch anymore, like level 4 to level 4. It sucks a little. Also Cargo, when she got a mid-berry boost, is survives it now. The Incan, well, not now, since some weeks ago. But that sucks a little bit. But they may want to. I don't know. They don't. I might have to see how this rolls out. But in general, I don't think Incan Craig is gonna be dead by now. I don't think Inuit Kenny is gonna be dead by this change. I think they can be. They both can be pretty much more balanced, honestly. Like with Inuit Kenny, with 50% less damage to the nuke taken, you can start letting nuke take the hit again, which you could have done before the overhaul of Inuit Kenny, where he didn't do any nuke damage. And now you can do that again, because I don't think that the damage he does on max 4 with 50% less is gonna be that much anymore. So you can just let nuke take the hit. That could be pretty sweet. So you don't have to offer a unit, a sacrifice unit to the gods each time Inuit Kenny runs towards you nuke it. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm not going into the forum comments. Alright, that is it from me. Taurus says Hearts and Hogs. I say we'll see you in the next episode. I hope you like this format. I'm trying this out. I'm having fun with it. Don't forget, leave a like, a subscription, and a comment if you liked it. It helps out a lot. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers so I can do giveaways. That would be super sweet. Anyways, brown.
Shut up, Mimsy!